Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. It's nice to have you all back on my channel. Quick update. I've changed my channel name to Tech, Past, Present, and the Future. The reason for me doing this is very simple. It's because I've come to realize that I'm a lover of technology, anything tech. And if you noticed, in the past months now, I've been giving you content relating to tech. But I came to an understanding that before you start giving out technologies or new gadget, things that are of modern trend, there were also things that were there that paved the way for us to where we are now. And it would be unfair not to give props to those technologies then. That what I mean is that using the opportunity to show some of the technologies that gave way or that paved the way to where we are now, and these currently the ones that we have now that are still going to pave the way for the future ones to come. So this is the idea why I chose to rebrand the name of my YouTube channel to Tech, Past, Present, and the Future. Past, present, and the future. As in and, not A-N-D, the normal and sign. So going forward, I'll be bringing you everything relating to tech, things that has to do with tech from the past, anything that has to do with technology, whether manual, whether digital, analog, that helps pave the way to where we are now, and also what will also be in the future. So that being said, my name is John, aka Swagger. Welcoming you off to my channel once again. This is the official debut of Tech, Past, Present, and the Future. And I'll be bringing you content relating to all forms of technologies. Please don't forget to subscribe. It's very, very important. I need your support on that. Subscribe. Click the like button. Very, very important. Let's build this channel together. And I promise you, I'll be bringing you nothing but text from the past and also present and the future. So on today's episode, we're going to be looking at one particular company, one of their products that will revolutionize the phone industry. And this company was almost like the giant. And when it comes to technology in respect to mobile phones, you cannot but mention their name as part of history. And we're talking of nothing other than Nokia itself. Nokia. And I have with me today this Nokia phone that was one of the main pioneers in the early 2000s. Early and mid 2000. You know, this was a 2G handset, and the beauty is that it has a flip. So Nokia started this flip. Nokia, Motorola. There was a phone then called Motorola Edge. I don't know if some of you still remember it. It used to reign very well then. Motorola Razor. So this was one of Nokia's phone then that really paved the way. Without this phone, I don't think today people like the late Steve Jobs would have had the technology or the foresight to look into the future and say, oh, I could do something better than what Nokia did today. So let's just take an in-depth into this phone, and let's see what was this phone made of. Let's see if there are similarities, if technology has transformed fully from what it was here to what it is now. You can see, for starters, if I were to start with the similarities, you can see this volume up and down till today. All our phones still have it, still has this volume up and down. So you could see that irrespective of the fact that technology evolves, there are still traces of old parts that will still be in the new technology, showing you that there are similarities when it comes to technology. Not all technologies are thrown away. It's only improved upon. So that's why they were saying that it evolves, not that it just completely does away with everything. It evolves, meaning you will see more of new stuff, but you still see bits and traces of the old technology of the former gadget. Also, this was the era when, if you can hear that sound, I don't know if you can hear the click sound. This was the era where there was, when it comes to dialing, you click. Remember I said something about Steve Jobs. To Steve Jobs, late Apple CEO founder. It was something like this that gave birth to him saying, oh, instead of people pressing harder, why don't we make the screen a soft touch? That till this day now, almost all the phones are now soft touch. That anybody using buttons today is more looked at somebody that is using something from the past. So the buttons, you can see these buttons are hard touch, but it's just that somebody thought about it and said, instead of pressing hard on the button, why don't we just make it a soft touch so that it does the same function but with less effort. So remember I said evolving. The technology is still the same, it's just that you evolve on it. So this is more like semi-automatic to full-time automatic now. So also the volume, the call button, the scroll bar, the menu up and down, you can see it. You can hear the click, other buttons. This is the cancel button. You see the cancel button, it's still there. This cancel button is still here in our modern phones now. So you can see that, honestly speaking, there is no much different. It's just that technology is improved upon to a large extent to help boost the user experience. To help boost the user experience, to help perform better. Another thing again is that you can see, one thing about my video is that I try not to edit, so that you know that I'm not in any way doing anything shady. I'm giving you raw, live and direct. You can see this phone back then still had a camera, and you can see it had a 3.2 megapixel camera. Now we have cameras that can do all sorts of stuff. But as at then, 3.2 megapixel camera was more of a big deal. This phone was one of the main big phones then that really, when you see it with somebody back then, it really stood out, and people really resonated with it because it flips. Nokia, Samsung, this is their Razor, what's it called? flip. All these were from the concept of this. This Nokia made it possible that you could start something like this. Even the Samsung Fold, these are examples of phones that paved the way to help create the new technology we have right now. And this is the battery section. You know, now our phones now you can't remove their batteries, but back then you could still remove your battery, interchange them. Here's the battery section, though the battery is no more available on this one, but this is the battery section. You can see it's said made in Hungary by Nokia, and this is the megapixel camera. This is the SIM. You know, now majority of our phones now are now eSIMs, but you could see back then we still use the normal big, not even the nano, the big SIM was what was being used then. So you could see here, you have the, just a moment, we have the USB, if you want to connect it to your system, USB type A, you can see it, the USB type A, and also here, a memory card. So before they phones stopped using memory card, this was one phone that started using memory card. So this is the memory card slot where you could slot in your memory card. Back then, people would buy 4 gig, 8 gig, 32 gig, and they would slot it in there so that they could have enough space. So you could see the build of this phone. You can see how sleek it was. And this was where Nokia was, where you charge this Nokia from this top here. You could charge this here. You can see the earpiece, and he put down below here. You could see the mouthpiece and all. So you could see what's it called? This is where you microphone headset jack. So you could see, you could still plug your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So all these things were made available. Though you could, this phone to a large extent, you can navigate. You see it's written Navigator. You could still browse the internet, but on a very low key, because it was a 2G phone then, but it was still getting the job done because internet as at that moment, the internet wasn't what it was as at now. You can see the front facing camera, it was still there. So all these features are still there. See the mouthpiece, the earpiece here, everything was still there. So you could see technology doesn't die, it's just that it evolves, and it gives, the only beauty is that they create better user experience to make it seamless for the end users. So this was one phone that really paved the way. Without this, majority of our phones today, you can see the name clearly written, Nokia 6210. You can Google it up if you also want to, 6210 Navigator, you can see it. So this was one phone that actually paved the way for other phones to have the opportunity to where we are now, like the Samsung, the iPhones, the Huawei, and the other likes. So this is just me bringing you an in-depth tour of one of the technology that paved the way, mobile phone that paved the way for what we are using right now. So like I said, without Nokia coming up with all this, it wouldn't have been possible for other phone technology company to help transition what we are right now. So kudos to Nokia for the innovation. You cannot talk about the history of mobile phones without mentioning Nokia, and we need to give honor to whom honor is due. So this is what I said I should bring to you guys for for those of you still using it, you will testify that this is one nice phone that helped pave the way. And I must say, it was fun while it lasted, and let's give honors to the phone that created or helped pave the way to where we are now. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for tuning in. Please, like I said, feel free. Please help my channel to grow by subscribing. Click that subscribe button. Turn on your bell notification so that I'll be dropping content. Like I said, the name now is Tech, Past, Present, and the Future. The AN is the logo, AN logo, not ANG. So please subscribe, like, share, and I promise you I'll be bringing good content, both past, present, and futuristic technology going forward. Thank you once again for subscribing, and until I see you all in my next video, please remain safe and stay blessed. Bye bye.